Hi guys, today we will work with Jacob and developer from have work on the CS. I don't. I think we'll build. I have two jobs here, but wait a minute to give voice to the people. Hi Jacob, hi Emmanuel.
Hello. Thank you
Hello.
for having me on today.
Thank you for having me as well.
Jacob, the active. I have two jobs active. I don't know why. You cannot.
If,
You cannot see the warehouse.
if you have two jobs active, I think either you or I can switch between. Yeah, there's a way to track the contract. Okay, so we're working on the warehouse.
You can see the warehouse.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So take the crane behind you. I think I don't know how many materials we need. Yeah, we
Looks
need
like
three pallets. Uh,
Are you sure you don't need me to drive a dumper in phase one?
no, go and bring the materials, and you will meet in the construction site. Manually, you will take a tipper. That truck is for. Take and dump truck.
Dump truck, sure.
That is will be the Jacob go there. First. So, I will drive. Jacob, where are you?
I'm over here grabbing truck so I can go for the materials.
The truck is here. It is on my left. You will take the semi for 3 pallets.
I didn't know we only needed 3 pallets. I saw something about steel beams.
Okay. Check what you need. I thought check how many pallets is. Think what would you like.
Material delivery says steel beam.
Okay. Take what you like. What you need.
Yeah.
Okay, Manuel.
Yeah.
Follow me.
I'll follow you.
So, Manuel, how many years works on the CS?
think I worked on Construction Simulator for about eight or nine years, something like that. And it's always been for us at Brandenburg. It's like we make a Construction Simulator title, and then while you're making one, you know, at the end you're already thinking about the next one, and then you just ease into it, and then it's Construction Simulator, and then you do another one. We made the mobile version, obviously. We made C version, and now like the latest one is also for consoles, which is really cool. And before you ask, no, it does not get boring, because it's always, like we're not just doing the same thing every time. It's more like, okay, how do we improve it this time? Everybody has lots of ideas, obviously, and then you never get bored of it. Or at least I don't.
Yeah, I know, because also I do mods, and okay, sometimes it's feel boring when you make the same machines. For example, if you make excavators all the time, it is still boring. But if you change machines, if you create new things, like before 2 months we bring some screeners and some more crushers. We have a production chain now in the FS.
Yeah.
We can take stones and produce gravel, sand. I think the most important is to have something to give you, to motivate you to create new things.
Yeah, exactly. And there's lots of new things that you could do, and I know that our players and fans, they have a lot of great ideas.
You have ever drive a real car or excavator? Or
I'm afraid not, but I would love to someday.
yeah, that is I think a big mistake, because the developers should work with real machines.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, not everyone is working on everything on the game. Like, for example, I'm not I wasn't responsible for creating how the excavators are feeling, and since we're trying to model on reality, not just the work that we're trying to simulate, which is construction, but also like the environments and all the little details. It's we try to do proper research on everything, the construction methods, how the vehicles operate. But you're right. I mean, it would be cool to just have a bunch of excavators and trucks that we could test out. But we're trying to work from data sheets and information that we find online, and of course we also have our partners in the construction equipment world that we can ask questions. So that's how we approach it.
I want to do a question, and I don't know if you can answer it, but I will do it, and if you want answer, when you do a new partnership, we can. I don't know what is exactly is the word. The brand give you the models, or people in your company create the models?
Well, we usually ask for and receive some form of blueprint data. It's usually like CAD models, which is really good for us to use, because then it's a really low bar to just convert them into polygonal models, which we use for our game. So that's like the best data that we can get. But there's also sometimes we get drawings or data sheets and everything in between. But high quality CAD model the more details, the better. You know, sometimes we get the whole thing with more stuff that we can even use. You know, like with the interior of an engine or something like that, and every little nut and screw is on there. You know, that's too much detail that we can't use, but it's better to have more than less in that case.
Yeah, I know, but bring the truck below my bucket. Yeah, so sometimes they give you the 3D models. That is very good.
Yeah.
Because I
Manuel,
have... Okay, Jacob, ask what you...
Manuel, can you speak more about your specific role within the CS project over time? Has your role always been the same? Has your role changed over time? I do recall watching the video released by Astragon back during the days of Construction Simulator 2. The video focused on your role within the process, speaking specifically about how you interface with, I think it was Bell at the time. It was talking about the Bell dumper and how that dumper went from, CAD model to being in game and then getting the stamp of approval from Bell. Can you talk more about your role and more about the processes that you have been a part of at WB?
Sure. Well, yeah, like the topic of construction vehicles was always a large part of my role. I used to work in the creation of the vehicles, so I'd receive the materials, and then either I or a colleague of mine or colleagues of mine.
No, wait there. Don't move the truck.
Yeah, and that also included, as you just mentioned, like you saw in the video, talking to people from our partners, receiving feedback, because of course they have a very specific vision of how their equipment should look like, and of course we're trying to please them as best as possible. So it's sometimes you'd have long feedback talks about the color of an object, or if something's missing or in the wrong place, something like that, to really get the authentic vehicle in game. That was a large part of my CS history. I was also doing a lot of environment art, so buildings, the map basically, props that are scattered about during CS2. I also created a lot of the missions that you can find in game, and I think I also did some missions for CS3, and I also created a lot of the art for the buildings that you can build, like the mission kits, as we like to call them, like the concrete parts that you have to pour, or the wood framing, and everything else that was needed to visualize the building process.
So you are not only a developer, you also doing 3D design and textures.
Yeah, I'm more of an artist than I'm not a programmer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have some. I mean, as like most artists nowadays, it's kind of a technical role as well, but I'm not a programmer per se.
Yeah, I understand. You are for all of the jobs.
Sorry?
You do all the jobs.
Yeah, all jobs. Which I mean, that's life that you have when you have a small team. You're not just doing the one thing, which is cool. I mean, I really like it. If you go to a big company, then you might have someone doing like plants all day long, and then not doing anything else than modeling plants, and they're really good at it, like probably top 10% in the world. but they're just doing this one thing. And if you're working in a small company, you know, don't have a huge budget, then you get to do lots of different things, which is really cool.
Yeah, I don't understand why the company is small. The game have the CS15. I think was a very popular game.
Yeah.
Vale, you gonna join? Come, wait a minute. I send you.
Can you speak a little bit about the growth of Construction Simulator over time? I mean, it seems to me that CS22 is a much bigger hit than CS 2015. Manuel, can you talk about the growth of the game and the growth of the company over the years?
Well, I'm obviously pretty happy that the current Construction Simulator is so well received with you guys. Makes me really happy, and the rest of the team as well. As for the growth, as a company, we've been growing a lot, I think, actually in the last few years while I was employed here. I think the Construction Simulator as a game really hits a niche that is very popular with people. I mean, you can see it with the trucking and farming topics. Like, okay, people are interested in, you know, those very down-to-earth work simulations, and I think yeah, that's why construction, you know, if it's done well, and I think without too much self clapping on the back, I think we've done a good job with this title. So yeah, what else to say? I'm glad, and I hope that we can grow even further, you know, and make even bigger games in the future.
I don't know. I feel the CS15 was like abandoned after some time. I have not played much, but I don't see any improvement. They just move on. They move on the US Pocket version, I think.
Well, at some point in time, obviously, you know, teams are shifting away to the newer version of something, and for us it's like CS is it's more of a living and breathing thing, you know, because we're always doing something for Construction Simulator. So the current version is where most of our manpower and you know thought processes go into to develop the brand further.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel the people love those games, but they don't have trust for the developers. I have that feeling because they seems the developers build a game, support for 1 or 2 years, and after that they move to the next. Okay, that is not bad at all, because the next game will be improved, but the people want to see a big improvement, not just small changes from game to the game. We are not in the 2010, we are on 2023. The games have a giant, not giant, very huge changes from before 10 years.
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, I'm a gamer myself, so I completely understand the sentiment. You know, that you don't just want incremental improvement, but you want something, you know, substantial every time. That's something that I think we as a company also, you know and recognize. We develop basically like every game, every construction simulator game so far from scratch, more or less. You know, sometimes you can reuse stuff, and I think for CS3 we could build on a lot of stuff from CS2, but it's more difficult to get in substantial new stuff if you always have to build from zero. But I think that's something that might be.
Jacob, sorry, Manuel. Jacob, the material go out again. Sorry, Manuel. We are also work. And,
Yeah, we're also working. Sorry, we've talked
come,
too much.
come, Vale. No, we can talk, but we need to do some small. We also need to talk about the progress of the work.
Yeah. Well,
Hello for everyone.
again, hello.
Hi, Vale. The manual is from your country.
Ah, okay. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I want not let the Jacob do questions because ask about things and they are so big questions. Jacob, ask if you want something.
It's not very often that we have a developer on stream. I'm hearing what FS Miner is saying. He's describing the challenge that players face who are really passionate about these games. You know, there's not a lot of developers for these types of games. It is very much a niche interest. But for the players that are interested in that niche, it's challenging and it's frustrating because, you know, they find themselves dependent upon very few development houses like Weltenbauer, Giants, etc. You know, you have people in the farming simulator world pushing with the mods to essentially, you know, create a...
Come here,
mining,
Jacob.
essentially create a mining and construction game. And I'm sure that you feel pressure from, you know, the kinds of players that desire more and more functionality to be added, more and more depth, more realism, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Here, Jacob.
Question that I have is with regard to like the platform that you're developing on. You guys are developing on Unity, and do you feel that I'm curious about the challenge, if there are any platform related challenges
Vale, come over here
that you feel that
Let's
you've
have it.
faced
when you finish.
while developing construction simulator. You know, is the Unity platform presenting any challenges that we might not be aware of?
Well, I'm okay. First, the disclaimer again. I've not worked on CS for a while now, so I can't talk to the current status at all. I think as modders, you know, if you've been doing mods for CS15, for example, you know some of the general, well, philosophical things that you have to keep in mind while working with Unity. And I mean, I don't want to get into like what the current status is because I just can't give you a proper and technically founded answer.
What factors lead to the company choosing, say, Unity over Unreal Engine?
Well, Construction Simulator has always been a Unity game, so that's why, you know, all the current titles were produced on Unity. So it's simply, you know, it's an experience thing because Weltenbauer, the company that used a lot of Unity in its time.
You know, I have found some features block the game anyway. For example, the script for the secure machines on the low loaders. I think for that should be an unite a universal form. I don't know what to call it, and all the machines use the same. And now we cannot load for example the backhoe in the small low loaders. We need the green, the very big and green, or you cannot load two machines and even they can fit. I just tell some. Okay, I don't know. You are. That is the problem. You are not active and you cannot give a properly answer.
Yeah.
For
like I can't speak on any current issues that you might have with the game. I mean, I can listen to you, but I can't can't promise you to.
No, I just made you to speak about if you want to talk about the way or if why you choose that thing or if have a possibilities to improve it or to change.
Well,
It was something to start a discuss conversation.
Well, I can't really talk about what currently is being developed because again I mean and my colleagues, but I'm not actively involved in development anymore, so I'm not updated on the current status. But in general, your opinions are very important to us, and of course our player base is bigger than just hardcore guys like you. So we're always trying to find a balance between what do the real sim professionals like to see and what do regular players like to have in their game, or and we also have a lot of kids, for example, playing the game, so we can't make it like a 1,000-button simulator like a flight sim where you'd have to have your kneeboard on your lap and do all the checkboxes before you can even take off. So we have to strike some compromise. But yeah, there's always something going on, and the team is be very aware of what areas of the game can still be improved. So as long as as development will continue, there's gonna be cool new stuff coming, I think.
Yeah, for example, a problem I found a very big problem is the style of the buttons. They are too complicated. I don't, if you understand, I mean for the setup of the controllers. They give you so many options, and I don't understand why they choose that thing, and they don't give a free option like all the games. Press the key. That is that you can do with that command. You just give a key. Okay, I see many things because I am a modder for the FS, and in the Giants have make the things very simple. They use a universal code and universal objects and universal actions. So with a bucket code, for example, with a simple bucket code, you can create and convert your belt. You don't need an extra script or write again the code, or you just use the bucket code, a simple bucket for wheel loader with front weight, with a tractor front weight code. You can import in the game everything you can imagine. A simple pylon and a road barrier and a table, a chair.
Yeah.
You think the question I want to do right now is: you think they will enable modding, or will be easy the modding if one day is enabled?
I can't answer that question. I'm sorry, because I really don't know, and it wouldn't be my place to speak about.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't ask if the modding comes. I want to ask you from your experience if will be easy. If you can answer that question.
Modding is always a very complex topic, and I don't think it's ever easy to implement. I mean, what you're describing with how Giants is doing it, it may look easy on the outside, but I'm sure they put in a lot of work too to make it work so smoothly for you as the user of it. So it's never easy unless you do it like really superficial, like okay, change a texture here or there, you know, or place a different object. That might still be easy, but like if you're working with vehicles, for example, which are very complex, you know, and they're interacting with physics and lots of gameplay related systems, then it's not that easy.
If they would do the modding in the CS22, would it be similar to the modding from the CS15?
Again, not really my place to answer.
Yeah,
that
okay.
question, But it would probably be, like, personal opinion, probably be similar, but not the same, because a lot has changed obviously since CS15.
Yes.
But like the basics of how to interact with the engine, they're still pretty similar. So you might not need to relearn everything, but I guess it would probably still remind you of it in a way.
Okay.
CS15 modding was seemingly very similar to farming sim modding as far as the vehicle modding goes. I think, you know, somebody like FS Miner would find it very easy to pick up and then learn the subtle differences with shovel scripts and things like that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of differences, of course. I think, you know, that Farming Simulator is a game that's really designed with modders in mind. Construction Simulator to me has been, over the years, more of a closed source game that has presented an opportunity for modders within CS 2015. And now we're not sure whether or not modding is going to make it to 22. Rumor has it that mission modding is planned, but vehicle modding is still up in the air.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
mission modding would be great for this game because
It would
I
be
think
amazing.
there's a lot of players out there that are interested in creating more missions geared towards their favorite machines. Like I myself like to use the smaller machines quite a bit, and I would love to see more missions geared towards those kind of machines.
Yeah, I mean, we do have more smaller machines. I think since CS2, CS3, we added a lot of like small machinery to our fleet, starting with the backhoe obviously, but then even smaller with the Bobcat vehicles, for example, and it's an interesting topic because I remember, you know, the discussions on how to make some interesting tasks for the smaller machines, because, you know, when you're playing a game like that, like how I would approach it is usually, you know, you start small and then you buy bigger and bigger gear until, you know, you have like the huge excavators and huge trucks. But you know, there's also something to say about doing small and very precise work, which can also be interesting, you know, in a small, like European cramped space where you don't have a lot of
Yeah.
room to navigate. Just very
Exactly.
a very interesting topic.
Yeah, in the beginning of CS15, all the gameplay in the village there, where you're using the mini excavator for the most
Yeah,
part,
yeah,
you're using the deposit tipper, the small little dumper. I really enjoyed that, and I would like to be able to extend that gameplay and basically stay small if I want to, as opposed to going big. I think the theme tends to be going big, but it would be
yeah,
kind of neat to have the option to operate, continue to operate with the smaller machines as well.
I like what you're saying, Jacob, because like in the company where I work, we also with where we was a smaller company, we had small machines like, but now we are also buying a lot of mini excavators because of the need. We have like at, on one construction site like 1 or 2 big excavators and 5 or 6 mini excavators because we have so much work to do with them, and it's also it's a game, and I mean it's really good for a construction game, but you cannot do like the every single missions, or how you say that, um yeah, like you cannot do it like it is in real life, so that you can dig the main components with the big excavator and then like some single lines with the minis. So that's too complicated to put it in a game, but I know what you mean. There's a lot of stuff you can do in real life with the small excavators, but you not can do in the simulator.
yeah. So let me ask you a question. What do you think about like all those really huge contracts that you can do in Construction Simulator now? In contrast to the more limited contracts that you had before, like in the mobile games especially, we there was a lot of you build a little bit of something and then the rest of it gets skipped because it's a single player game, it's for mobile, so we try to
Hmm.
make it a bit more to the point. But now this is like a more full-fledged sim game for PC and consoles, and you at least you have the option to like build everything. Is that what do you guys think about that?
I love it personally. I'm glad that you expanded the the length of tasks, or the volume of tasks that must be completed, and the degree to which they must be completed with the various difficulty level settings or job scope settings. Um, I'm a big fan of that personally.
Uh, Me too. I really like the missions where you build the roads and that continues. Like you make one part, like you have a big construction site, and you make it like in four steps. You make one road, then another one, and then another one. So you have like a circle road, and then you build the houses nearby the road. I really like those. So you have following missions. That's amazing. Not like the CS15 was also pretty nice game, but you build a house, and like after 3 or 4 missions, you build at the same place the same
Yeah.
house. So, and now in this game, I like this that you have like the missions on the same spot, but not to rebuild every time the same building.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you mean. I also love like the whole development aspect of it, where you really build, a part of a city, because that's so much more rewarding to you as a player when
Yes.
you have an impact, and you're not just building something and then you're tearing it down 5 minutes later, but just build this and it permanently leaves something that you've created in the world, which is really cool.
Yeah, I really like this too. You have your own world you can build.
Yeah.
Another thing that I would like to talk a little bit about is and I don't know how much insight you can give into this, is the soil simulation. We've seen drastic changes in the soil simulation from CS 2015 to CS 22. I remember asking you questions about this before during the days of CS 15, because I had an interest back then in seeing advancements in the soil simulation, and you mentioned that you folks were working on a completely new system, which we see here. Can you speak about the development of the soil simulation? There's been so much change there. How did that come about? Has it been very challenging? Will it continue to advance? Right now, CS seems to be the only game that offers like a dynamic soil, a dynamic fill type, and we like that a lot. The one, I guess, complaint that I have about it is that it seems a little more difficult to cut a really clean trench when you're going for more of a straight wall trench, and that's okay. But I'm just curious if you could speak about the soil simulation a little bit.
Well, I wasn't really involved in the creation of the new soil system. I mean, I did speak about it at some point. I think I also remembered on one of the streams that we did. But I can't really comment on the technical details. Just reiterate what you've said. It's been redone from scratch, and it's one of our most important gameplay systems.
It
in
is.
terms of priority for us, and also in terms of the sheer size of it, because it's basically the base of our game is how the soil behaves and how the machines work. You could strip out everything else, but those two things, they're really huge. I can't really comment on
things like the implementation of gravity, or of a sense of gravity with regard to hook behavior. I feel like the hook behavior and the gravity and all of that is just as important as the way in which the bucket interacts with the soil and the soil simulation.
Yeah, it's very everything is very interconnected, and like the more you connect stuff, the better it feels. If you have interaction between like the soil and buckets and vehicles in general. That's the more you can do that, the better. Yeah.
What I also really like is that you can mix the different types, like the gravel, the sand, and the dirt together.
Yeah.
That's also a nice feature.
Yeah, I think so too. And you know what, Valentin, I like that you have so much positive things to say. Like the hardcore fans are usually like they're very critical sometimes, but you just you like it, and I like that you like it. It makes me very happy.
Yeah, it's a lot of good things. Like I said, I played the the Construction Simulator 15 a long time, and there was some things. I love this game. I've played it every single mission, but then after a time it was a bit boring, because you, like I said, you every time were doing the same. And like in this game, there's so much new stuff. It's so amazing. There are new vehicles, more vehicles, and that you can use the. What I really like is that you can use the triple boom and everything. It's like, in Germany or in Europe, you have more excavators with the triple boom, and it's a bit different to the American style of the construction sites, and I like that there are more machines now like that. One thing I wanted in every construction simulator was that you can drive with the wheeled excavator and also operate. But you have the two modes, like the drive mode and the digging mode.
Yeah, because like I mean, I don't know the exact reason. I think there's a technical reason as well, but also like a lot of the driving and operating inputs, they're the same. So for example, to move the outrigger or the boom,
Hmm.
you'd have the same input as driving. So you can't. You'd have to move all the buttons to a different set then. So it gets really complicated.
You mean
Yeah, okay.
about the consoles? The consoles have the problem.
Well,
No, he's talking about button.
Yeah,
He's talking
if you
about
have the wheel,
controller
the
configuration.
wheels and the joysticks, it would be possible.
Yeah, yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I mean, I thought just like that. If you have a wheel and joysticks, yeah, there is no problem. But if you have only keyboard,
With the
Yeah.
farming simulator, they overcome that hurdle by requiring that you like hold a bumper on a controller to modify your control layout. So maybe, for example, when you're in the excavator, you would need to, hold the left bumper in order to operate the arm and the bucket.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but if you're not in
not the most friendly thing from a player
But I don't
standpoint.
want to bother you with this stuff if you're not into this machinery stuff.
I think that's that's an important point that you're making, Jacob, because like you can do a lot of things, but then you end up with the 1000-button flight simulator that I talked about earlier. Like,
Right.
okay, now someone who's like really into it will appreciate it, but like 70% of the rest of the players will be like super confused and turned off by so much that they have to learn to just get into the game. I think one of the strong suits of Construction Simulator is that it can be a very complex game if you want to make it so for yourself, but you can also just jump in, start digging, start building something, and it's easy to get into.
yeah.
Hmm.
I think for that it is not easy to be done with two modes. So they could give you a mode for custom keys, or give you a mode with a free form.
Oh yeah, like do you have two options? Yeah, that would also. I don't know if it would be possible, but it would be an idea that you can change it in the settings.
Like for now, have I think every controller have 3-4 setups. You could keep the ISO and the SAE, and give you another one completely free. With all the movements completely free.
Yeah, that you can make your own settings.
Yeah. To set what you want. If you want the excavator move without folded the parts, you can do it. Or maybe you wanted to move the excavator with and use the blade. Or you want to use the excavator with and holding something on the bucket, and you need to have the support feet lower but not touch the ground and move with it. Okay, that stuff is for
It's for the real operators, but it
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
a nice feature. Yeah, you can lower them but not touch the ground, and then you can drive safely. Yeah, it would be nice. But it's like the little stuff.
Yeah, if you know Manuel, I and the Veil is we are professional operators. The Veil still works. I have some years to work with a real machine, but I work for many years in constructions and mining.
I could tell. I mean, Valentin was talking about his work and how they're purchasing small excavators. So I was able to connect the dots. But yeah, that's really cool. And I mean, we do know that there's a lot of professional equipment operators playing the game, which we really like. Obviously, it's very cool. That we're making something that even though you're doing it day to day, we're still making an offer for you to play something, you know, that's basically what you're doing at work, just, you know, with less restrictions probably. So and you can enjoy it. That's really cool.
It's something my friends don't understand. You do this every time at work. Why you want to play this anymore? They cannot understand.
That reminds me of a really funny meme that I saw a few years ago, and it's like this guy who's driving a forklift, and then he comes home and he's having a beer and playing forklift simulator, and because he's in the meme he's a German, so you know he's just into that.
Oh yeah.
So he's just driving the forklift day in day out in real life and on the computer.
Yeah, but I can relate. Because it makes a lot of fun.
I mean, and this is for relaxation. You know, if you don't finish your job, you know, or you have a crash, then nothing happens. But in real life, there would be more consequences, and you can just, you know, switch off your stress and just get into it and work with the machinery.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking about Workday, can you talk a little bit about what it's like to work at WB?
It's a pretty cool place to work, actually.
It looks like a cool place to work.
Yeah, it is. You know, like you'd ask any tech company today, they probably say, yeah, we want to take care of our employees, and you know, everybody should feel good in our office. And I mean, it's probably true, but I think here, Weltbau is really serious about it. Right now, I'm in the office actually. We have an apartment above our office where one can stay when they're in the office, because we have the possibility to do remote work. So I came in actually for some other important meetings that we're having, but now I'm on my desk and can play with you. So that's pretty cool.
Manuel,
I would ask, yeah, on the Saturday you work, but okay.
Not work now. That's fun.
Manuel,
Okay.
you can bring here and a developer from CS. You can bring here to speak with it. Not now, some other time. You can. You have any friends to you think you will come to speak with us?
I can ask around if I can get anyone to play on here.
Okay, if ask someone and if you want, we can do another on video. There's no problem.
Sure.
And
Yeah,
ask
maybe
more.
Yeah, then you can ask the real questions and get some
Yeah.
more concrete answers, because I can just, you know, talk in general here, but maybe we can get someone who can give you more answers. But
Yeah. We'll give you an answer. Sorry, I cannot answer. I cannot answer about that.
Yeah, I'm trying my best, but like I told Jacob before the stream, please be aware that you know I'm not actively working on it anymore, so I can just talk
I will glad you are here, and we learn some very nice things. And I want also ask more about. I'm not a programmer or a 3D design. I start with no reason. I start because some people did not share the mods. I do mod reviews for 3-4 years. From 2016 I start to do mod reviews for FS, and at one point I found a guy, the Nonus, and he helped me with the first step a little bit, and I start creating my mods. I don't know much. I never study about code. I never study about 3D design or Blender or textures.
Yeah.
I have learned I have asked a lot of people help me. There is the community is very big, and always there is a guy will give you some small information. No one will sit and explain you the whole process. But if you do small and questions on the point, the people help you.
Yeah.
And sorry, I don't know what to ask about.
Yeah, Manuel, did you have any question to the community? I don't know, I'm not long on the call, but if you have.
Well, yeah. Not right now. I'm sorry. I didn't prepare any questions. I mean, I did ask you guys about how you like the larger contracts, because that's something that I'm interested in. You know, like the whole not just the technical details of the vehicles and you know how they operate in game, but also like the game around all the systems, like what gives you motivation to play.
Okay, my opinion, because I don't speak before. I don't. I feel the missions have more constructions than digging. For me, I like more to dig than work
Yes.
a crane. Because also in real life, I know to operate, for example, a truck, a crane, not a big stationary cranes, but small cranes.
Concrete pump.
Yeah, and also I have operated on a concrete pump, but I really don't like. I really don't like all those things. Okay, I work. I would like to be in a mission, but. If someday the mission modding be possible, for sure I will create mission. I will try to learn to create missions, and I put more digging and less.
Yeah, you'd essentially just create one large pit, and then you'd have to excavate all of it.
Yeah, okay, not so much because I have in my mind something happens in the FS, and the people create a very big pits, and they did only that. No, I have some little more complex imagination, but I will put less concrete and less crane work or small crane work, and more dig or cover with gravel or. Okay, it is some things I cannot explain because it's more technical and from the public works or mining. But and another thing I would like to have the CS was to can work on the mining facilities. We can give us the ability to produce our gravel and sell our gravel somewhere in the map. So do some logistics. Or another one idea I have, okay, that comes from Eurotrack. I saw the facilities there, and I imagine you can work with a forklift, for example, inside the factory. Like, I don't know, like an operator, for example.
Yeah.
An operator contract, or you take a contract inside the factory with your forklift, for example, or with your wheel loader. Come here and load 10 trucks.
Yeah, like that you can make work for other people. Like in a farming simulator, you have also like small missions.
Yeah.
Where you have, I don't know, you get a tractor and must pile a field or something like that. So, and that would also be nice. Like someone, my driver cannot come to work. Can you dig out the hole or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Doing
you you can bring your loader here. It have some transport missions that game, but it is very small and very simple. It will be a little more complex and bigger, for example.
And I have also two things because you asked, but now I remember what I want to say. I really also like the fact with the day and night. That's
Yeah.
a nice thing.
Yeah.
Because in the FS15 it was every time day, blue sky, every time.
Okay, I don't like. I want to. I don't like the. We don't have a real time option.
Yeah, but I know that you don't like to work at night, but on my opinion, I like to work at night because I like the light on the machinery. It looks sick, and with the
Yeah.
beacons in the night, I really love this. So
I
yeah,
like it. I like it too. I mean, we've had a day and night cycle in construction simulator games since CS2, and it was such a it was such a cozy feeling almost. You know, if you see the sun going down and then all the lights of the buildings go on, and
Yeah.
you'd have your floodlights on the building side, and it's very cool.
Yeah, that's true. It's really nice.
It's like from a development standpoint,
Take.
it's one more thing that adds complexity to everything. And I mean, you guys waited for quite a while patiently for a new proper PC title. But that's all those details. They take time, you know, because if you add a night and day cycle, then all the vehicles need to have lights, and then you'd have your buildings need to have lights, and you need a system to change the lighting, and everything needs to work smoothly together. And you know, you need to have an in-game time that controls everything. So now you have a quite a complex topic already. But yeah, we very much like it as well.
Yeah,
I think you
nice.
did an excellent implementation of the day-night cycle. There's a lot that's going on in the map as the time of day changes. You know, from the lights turning on to different activities taking place. You know, inside and outside of buildings. I think that's very interesting, and it really adds to the feeling of immersion in this city. One thing that we would really like to see added is the ability to slow the game clock to real time, so that we can more thoroughly enjoy the setting and rising of the sun as they take place in real time.
Yeah.
Because right now the clock is moving a little bit quicker than real time.
The mission have a problem. We have remove zero topsoil.
Yes, I see. We also see this.
Here it says 68%. Are you tracking the right job? You have to go to the jobs menu. You have to select the warehouse
That's a parking
job.
lot. A warehouse? Parking lot.
Right.
Yeah, why I have the where I can't move them. I can't change
You have-
position.
You have to go to your jobs menu, and you
Yes.
have to track the warehouse job. So you hover over the warehouse
Okay,
job.
okay.
and-
I got it.
There you
I see parking lot again. I
Right
can't.
click
Change.
on it. You must right click on it on the other job. Yeah, and you have more details on the vegetation. It's also nice because the old trees were looking like origami figure.
Well, I mean,
Paper tree.
we developed a CS15. You know,
Okay.
I think it was from 2013 maybe to or 12 to 14, something like that. It's been a long time. And I wasn't on for the whole development. I think I joined the production relatively late, but back then, you know, things were simpler, and we always try to watch our performance, because you know, not everyone has like the most modern beefy computer. But yeah, nowadays you'd have much more detail on everything, which we have in Construction Simulator now, obviously.
Yeah, that's the change is so big
Yeah.
from the
Emmanuel, I
beginning
think
to
your
now.
truck is full. Your truck is full.
Mine? No.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I still have like one quarter.
Yeah,
left.
but I cannot.
Okay. I'll just leave then. See?
Yeah, there
Yeah,
is
but
one,
nothing happens.
there is one,
Sorry. Please go ahead.
there is one problem, and I think, I believe that most of the bugs we have seen in the CS comes from the net speed, the net connection. You see now your truck is seems not full, but for some people is full. The material drop in the ground for no reason.
Yeah, and you cannot fill the back of the truck. But not probably full. But every time in the back you have a little gap.
Yeah. Well, right now as I'm driving, the materials is spreading out more evenly.
Yeah, then sure. And if you like Jacob, if you park like Jacob, I can even it with the excavator.
All right.
But if it's sideways, it's not possible.
I'll angle the truck for you.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. Like in real life, you that's because of the dirt physics. I don't think you can do this. But if you have like your bucket close, then you can slide over the truck and
Yeah.
even it out. But I don't think this would be possible. But like Miner and Jacob says, it's a big change to the FS15. Like in the FS15, what I love about the construction simulator is that if you want to take it serious, you can do, but you can also have like a lot of fun with this game
Yeah.
because of some of the bugs. Like if you close your bucket in the in the CS15 and you have like a sharp edge from the material, the whole excavator was flipping.
Yeah, that's like physics in games. I mean, it's not just construction simulator that you know, where you can make stuff behave weirdly, but it's like a physics in games problem in general, because at the end of the day, you know, it's not
Vale,
Newton
move
doing
here.
its thing. It's more like, okay, some numbers in your computer, and when the numbers say, okay, now, you know, fly into the air at 10,000 kilometers an hour, then it does that, you know.
Vale, when you finish, come start over here. Start from
Okay.
here to go out.
But yeah, speaking of fun things that you can do, like not just play wackily, but I've also seen people like build ramps and stuff, and then jump over. So
Jump over.
like speaking of advanced, you know, excavating and like terrain modification, I think that's really cool that you can just, you know, build something, not just dig a huge pit, but you know, modify the terrain in a way that's really cool.
Yeah, and that another one feature missing from the game is the free play. They don't give you the ability to dig if you have not enabled a mission. You cannot dig nowhere. Maybe should give a place somewhere on a map, and
Like in the mine or something like that.
yeah, and
Training area.
yeah, and leave you the ability to dig to test machines or you do what you want. That
Yeah.
will be a nice feature.
And like what the miner says with some missions, I'm really missing the canal work. That's what I do in real life.
Yeah.
Like to the pipe laying stuff. That you
Emmanuel, are you able to tell us about any features that perhaps were planned for the game once upon a time, but never made it into the game? Any interesting features that might have been scrapped along the way for whatever reason?
Well, I can't remember anything specific that might have been scrapped. We did try to put in as much as possible to make an impact versus the older game. So there's enough stuff for you guys to justify it basically. So I can't really recall anything. I'm sorry.
I'm very interested to see what they have planned for manual labor tasks. There's been talk about that. There's also been talk about attachable, detachable buckets and tools for excavators.
Yeah, that's something I would really enjoy. That you have multiple buckets like 30 centimeters, 60, 80 meter. That's nice. But in the roadmap, when it's they're standing, it's planned, then it would come in the game. And and the other stuff, like the demolition, is not planned. It's like you think about it or what?
Well, I'm not aware of the current status of the roadmap, so
Okay.
not gonna comment on it. But
Okay.
I'm sure that the CS team has some very cool stuff up their sleeves yet, and there's a lot of people working on it right now.
That sounds good.
Yeah, if you have noticed, they have broke something on the loader and cannot scoop.
Okay.
I don't know what they broke. They have make an auto leveling system. I don't know what they try to make, but loader did not work. Also, that loader have another one problem. If you can check the windows, follow the front component when
Yeah.
you turn. You see. Put more veil. I am on the 70%.
Well,
Veil what?
I just reset it, and now I can scoop up.
Okay, thank
All
you.
again.
Sorry.
No, you can scoop over there. If you scoop, you can scoop over there because was a gap. If you drop the material in the flat ground, or if you try to put the material in the put the bucket on the material, you could not do it.
Okay.
Veil, put more. You cannot put more.
My I don't know.
Put-
If I try to, it all falls with the side.
No, I don't have nothing in my side. Put one more.
It's okay or more?
Wait, one more.
Like on my my side view, you're also overfilled.
Put another one. Okay.
I think using the wheel loader is one of my favorite activities in game.
Yeah, but you are using it wrong. Jacob, open the
Don't tell the foreman.
Jacob, open the road.
No, I'm stuck.
Well, why don't you just okay? I'll get the
One,
get the
two.
truck.
I can also drive the truck, I don't care. If you want to drive the loader.
Yeah, I'll position the truck. You can still put some more material in, and then I'll get back into the loader.
What? I wonder the ingredient listen.
A little bit closer.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think the developers of those games should be forced to learn machines before they start to work with the game.
Are you offering a free course, Miner?
Okay, you could operate the machines and the foreman pay you. Don't. It is not a cost for the company.
Like Manuel, you don't have the opportunity. I've seen some YouTubers who play the game to go to the JCB and drive the machines.
Yeah.
Does the developers don't go there or?
No, I mean there are opportunities obviously, but it's not like everybody wants.
Yeah, yes, I know, but if it would be possible, I mean.
And here's your date for the mandatory excavator training. It's not like that.
No, I don't mean that, but that would be perfect. Like you can't destroy anything that's in a big quarry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the main problem it is not the operation of the machine. It is to learn how the way you should work the machine, not to be anyway an operator. Just to see how an operator thinks or how an operator works.
Yeah.
So that when you implement the machines, all of the features and functionalities are proper. Going back to the wheel loader, they've introduced an assist function, which makes it hard for you to dump your bucket unless the arms are raised to a certain height. So if you lower the bucket, Manuel, and you try to lower the arms and then try to tip the bucket forward as you could in real life, you can't because they create that assist probably to make it easier for younger players so that they don't dump the pile at a low height and then kind of make the loader buck a little bit.
Yeah.
But when they go and create assists like that and then push the assist onto all players, whether they're beginner or advanced, then of course you're going to hear complaints from the advanced players. Why doesn't the wheel loader bucket function exactly as it does in real life, kind of thing.
No, listen. For that, I want to take. If you finish, Jacob, I want to tell something about that future.
Sure, go
That future exists on real life. If you keep a button in the joystick and I think do the close bucket move, you can enable an assist that level the bucket for you. But the only thing it does, it only level the bucket. Don't keep the bucket there. It is just level the bucket when you lower in some position of the lowering. I think a little before the lower position, the completely lower position, to be flat to be leveled with the ground. When you lower the arms, that ability is disabled. After that, you can do what you want with the bucket. If you think the bucket it is leveled, but you need to open a little more or to lower the arms a little more, there is nothing to keep you to not let you to proceed. That feature is only to level the bucket, and after the bucket is leveled, that feature is disabled. So it is that what I mean. The developers first should work with a machine, and after make the machines in the game.
I also like the fact that you can do this with the excavator, if it would work. But like on the JCB, it doesn't work, but on the bigger excavators, you can lift yourself up. That's also like a really nice feature.
Manuel, can you speak a little bit more about the vehicle implementation process? You mentioned that you receive models like in a CAD format, in some usable format, and then you go about, sometimes they're highly detailed, you go about simplifying them a bit and bringing them into your own format for the game. When you complete a mod or a model, a vehicle, is there a review process? Is that vehicle sent back to, is there somebody from JCB or Case or Bell who is playtesting that vehicle to see that it meets their expectations?
Well, we do have a review process, and we once we are finished with a model, we create like a viewer file that we send out to the licensor, and then whoever's responsible for reviewing it on their side can open up a web page and see the 3D model, rotate around it like a little 3D viewer in your browser, which is really cool. So they it's not just screenshots, but they have the full model to view and review. And as for testing it in game, I do think we're giving out like keys.
Mm-hmm.
But our review process is usually focused on like the visual aspects of the vehicle, because obviously we're trying to recreate the vehicle's functionality in game, but it's not always 100% like in reality. Sometimes you have stuff that's inert. For example, you don't have all the electronics or all the displays working exactly like they do in real world, and that wouldn't be possible to have like a display for every vehicle, for example. We just have too many, so it's simplified in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So we focus more on the visual aspect, that the model looks correct and everything's in their place, colors are correct, that kind of stuff.
Understood.
I want to do another question, but I don't know if you can answer that one. Who make the contract? The developer go on the brand, or the brand comes to the developer?
I think we've had both. Once you reach a certain number of brands, then it gets easier to get new ones, because of course nobody wants left behind. If all the big brands are already on it, then you also want to be in. So I think that's making it a bit easier.
So that I don't understand who make the contract. The developer go on the brand and say you want to be in my game, or the brand comes and say I want to be in your game.
I think the usual process is that we ask the brands if they want to
Okay.
be in it.
But happens they come or
Yeah,
no.
I think it happened once or twice, but I'm not super sure about this answer, so I'm
Yeah,
adding maybe on the end of it.
Okay.
I have also a question, but I must ask it in German because I don't know it in
Sure.
English. Ihr hattet doch eine Umfrage wegen solchen Sachen auf Instagram, was noch hinzugefügt werden sollte. Und da war ja auch Marken drin, like also JCB, Kobelco, Volvo. War das auch ausschlaggebend, dass es JCB geworden ist? Oder wie kam es dann dazu, dass das JCB wurde jetzt?
Okay, well, Valentin was asking if our survey had any impact on adding JCB as a brand, and I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that one.
Okay.
Remove the track.
Because this would be interesting, because I also really love Kobelco and Volvo.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, this would be the opportunity. JCB also, a really nice brand.
Yeah.
But like Kobelco, you have never seen before in any construction-based game. And that's because Volvo was at some point there. JCB you have seen before, like, but the Kobelco or something like the Sani or something like that you never seen before in such a game.
Sunny.
Sani, yeah. Is this China or Japan? I think China.
Sunny is China, yeah.
Yeah, and Kobelco is Japan. But Kobelco, the color, the blue, that's nice machines. Also, they are very strong. Mina is also driving a Kobelco, and I'm driving a Kobelco.
I like it. Okay, I like all the Japanese machines.
Yeah, there are so many nice machines.
Okay, I don't know. Kobelco, it is. I think it is difficult. I believe it is more easy to bring the New Holland than Kobelco.
Do you think New Holland is bigger than Kobelco?
Yeah, because the New Holland does collaboration with all the brands. New Holland Hitachi, New Holland Kobelco, New Holland.
Yeah, like I said, you never seen Kobelco.
Yeah, I don't know. It is not a very big brand.
No, but also you have every kind of machinery, like from the smaller to the bigger ones.
I believe
out of reloaders.
If you ask most of the kids, they don't know. They know cat. If they are on USA, they know the deers.
Yeah, true. The deer also is big.
Case I have seen a few machines. Maybe I don't know. The most important is where you are. If you are in the Asia, you see more Japanese machines. If you live on US, you see more US machines. This is normal.
Yeah, but I can understand why they pick JCB and like Case and some brands like that, because you have wheel loaders, you have excavators, you have compactors, you have from this brand or like the backhoes, you have a lot of a big fleet from this company. If you have Kobelco, you only have tracked excavators. They don't even produce weird excavators.
Yeah. Okay, there is a lot of machines they don't come in the Europe. For example, you have see any the I
Hi, what?
yeah I high excavators.
Okay, I believe you. I never have heard this before.
Yeah, they produce excavators, they produce mini dumpers, they produce skid steers.
Val, you
Okay.
want to dig?
Oh yeah, I can. Or like Hitachi, it's also they have a lot of stuff.
What happened here? Don't go.
Can you extend the boom? No.
Yeah. You don't see mine. But I cannot go more.
I don't know how to extend.
You should set up the keys.
Ah.
I am on 85%. For example, another one problem here on the backhoes, it is you cannot move them without change position. In the real life, you put the boom down and you push.
Yeah. But it's not how it's supposed to do.
Okay, it is not unsafe. If you want to move a little bit forward, it is not unsafe if you know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, there is a little problem.
I don't know which percentage is for the hole I'm digging.
I'm 96, I think. No.
No, I was.
I am on the 70% for 5 minutes now. 71, 72. My bike is stuck.
And what I also really like that you have take the construction view. It's like for the people who don't have much to do with the machinery.
Yeah.
It's well with the work as general. It's pretty nice. A pretty nice help.
I mean that's the thing about a game versus reality. You know, when in reality, the work that you're doing is not always clear. You know, and then you'd have to consult someone, and it's a very tedious process. And you know, you have to look at the plans. And with the construction view, you can just visualize everything. And the more information that you have in a game, the better. You know, if you can organize all the information very clearly what you have to do, that's great.
Mm.
I mean, I wish I had construction view in real life sometimes. You know, just
Yeah.
what to do in the room. Okay.
I can understand. I would also like to have this.
Yeah.
I think they're working on that augmented reality.
Yeah. Probably.
I think they have this on the. I have seen on the Bauma they have like a HoloLens, where you also can see. You can couple this with the 3D Trimble system, I guess, and then you see how deep you must dig.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if this is comfortable to work with the like a VR glasses on.
Yeah. I think all the tech that needs to be worn is a bit cumbersome. Like I really like the whole VR stuff that's being produced right now, but I don't have a VR set because I like, you know, gaming gaming lightly. I mean, headset is okay, but I don't want to wear some heavy stuff on my head all the time. So
Jacob, come here. Finish that one.
It's okay. I can relate this because I also like the VR, also for some shooters because that's intenser gameplay. But for like you play like a CS:GO match, you play like 1 hour. I don't want to know if it is so nice.
yeah. I'm
But
sure
at least let's try
we'll
out.
get much better in the future. I mean, hardware has always been the main issue with this.
In the future, you only need to wear like the normal glasses.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hey guys, just a little heads up. I have to leave in about 10 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I gotta say, the improvement in graphics and sound over CS15 is great. I
It's
really
pretty
enjoy
huge.
the graphics and sound on this game so much.
One of our programmers is did do a lot of the sound work here in partnership with some others, but he was very focused on the details, and I'm sure he'd love to hear this comment. I'll make sure to tell him on Tuesday that you guys
Please do.
appreciate the sound work.
Yes, send our good feedback.
Yes.
Yeah,
Back
I'll just take everything nice that you've said today, and
Only the nice stuff.
I think that the challenging things that we've said, you know, you've heard it all before. I
yeah,
think.
that's right. I mean, it's like the things that are important to players like you. I think we as Red Bauer know about, and we're trying to, you know, please you as much as possible without forgetting about all the other players, of course. I mean,
Mhm.
not everyone is like a hardcore guy like you are, but you're a very important part of the community as well.
Yeah, we have more holes.
I want to dig
Yeah.
into the X3
Ev-
then.
everyone likes to talk and not no one likes to work.
And, you know,
We're
speaking
trying
of,
to simulate a real construction site here, you know, with one guy doing the work and the rest standing around.
Yeah, it's like the real life.
Yeah, because I know about real life, we don't do like that here.
It's like a role play server.
Yeah.
Manuel,
Okay.
speaking of player base, do you know what percentage of the player base for Construction Simulator is on console versus PC versus mobile?
Sorry, I don't have that data.
Okay.
Jacob, move straight over the hoses, over the holes. Move over the holes. Drive over the holes in straight line.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because here we do also documentation. What I can say that we do a training.
Oh, for Manuel?
No, for you.
Oh, okay.
You operate the excavator. You are too close. You need to move backward.
Move backwards.
Yeah, I think you are too close. Sorry, my pedals have a problem. Vale, I think you should drive with the other tipper and bring some gravel.
Okay.
to test this little JCB before I head out for today because I haven't seen that in game yet.
Manuel, go on the last one, on the next in the right. The thing I have said a lot of times in the stream is I don't have the need for new machines. I think the machines, even without the DLCs, are enough.
Yeah.
The main problem was missing missions for the machines. For example, for smaller excavators, for nation excavators, they need smaller missions, contracts.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I think I'm full. No, I can take two more. Okay, Jacob, drop in the side. Well, that one is full. You should take an empty one.
Do you have another one?
Maybe. Okay, I go to empty and I will load another one. Maybe it is enough. Maybe. And yeah, another one feature missing from the game is that every mission should inform you how much material you need. You need 2 trucks gravel. You need 4 concrete mixers.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
You know what I would really like to see added to the game is more education about safety. Like OSHA stuff, you know? You do your 10-hour OSHA.
Fasten your belt.
Take concepts from the 10-hour OSHA training and incorporate
Don't drink coffee.
What was the video? Shake hands with danger. Did you know the video?
No.
So the cut commercial about safety on construction sites. It was like all staged, but it was so funny. It's like do not repair the excavator with the boom up in the air and stuff like that. And then they have like small video clips where people do this wrong, and then
Have you seen
they
the German
seems to hurt.
forklift video?
What's
Have you seen the German forklift safety videos featuring? Can't remember who the name of the character was, but it's meant to be really funny. It's actually gory.
Yeah, you mean Staplerfahrer Klaus, but I think that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's not really serious. It's more like
No.
yeah,
No.
It's also a meme.
yeah.
The truth is, the most people thinks the machine is a game, a toy. Okay, also we operate or that things, but after the years, I think you learn not do some things.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they're not toys. Can be very very dangerous if you don't use them correctly. But that's why you have games such like Construction Simulator. You know, nobody gets hurt if you're doing stupid things.
I think it would be cool if they taught, like, you know, how to stay out of the swinging radius of an excavator when you're walking around the construction site. what kinds of hazards to expect and to look for. You know, you've incorporated some PPE, so you
Yeah.
could kind of tie that into that. That could even be a part of, um, you know, the ongoing dialogue between Hape and the player.
Yeah, I think the like you can incorporate things like that into the game, but it has to serve some purpose, which is usually for like stuff like this because it's not essential to the gameplay. Because I mean you can work unsafely and still get the work done. I think it's more like can it serve the immersion into the game, because there's also some stuff from real life if you'd implement it, then it would just be, you know, be tedious. Like, I don't know, the state inspector coming to your building site, you know, and criticizing your work. That's not fun.
Right.
You
We're
know,
not
that might happen in real life, but it's not interesting or fun.
right. I'm not talking about realism to the nth degree. What I am talking about is a basic uh, overview or introduction to just the concept of safety on the construction site.
Yeah,
I feel as though it could be incorporated within the dialogue that the player experiences
yeah.
as they go through that single player game.
As long, I think that's a good idea. As long as
And then
it doesn't
Construction
get.
Simulator would be seen as more an educational title as well, which I
Yeah.
think is always a good thing.
And you'd have to take into account that it would be like fluff only, you know, for the immersion. Because once you start doling out consequences for unsafe behavior, then you'd have to make
No,
a game around that too. Like, okay, now you can get hurt, and now we can't get a good age rating anymore because people can get hurt in the game. And Construction Simulator is geared toward all audiences, very peaceful game. So if somebody gets hurt,
correct.
you can't do it anymore. So
Yes,
like
I do have those things in mind, and I understand what you're getting at there.
I sent it you all the video, the shake hands with Angel.
How's it going with that little one CXT? The boom extends on that one. Or the stick, rather.
oh,
It's kind of neat.
I didn't know that. Let me test that. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, that's what I've been missing here. Yeah, it's the first time I've been using this equipment, so I think I could do with someone clearing all my excavated material now.
Do you play with a controller or with keyboard?
Keyboard and mouse. That's because I've been a PC player all my life, so keyboards and mouse for everything. I do have a joystick and steering wheel at home, but I use it rarely because it's always it's such a hassle to
To put it
put
to
on
put it on. Yeah.
set it up, and then once I set up like a steering wheel for some driving games, then my daughter immediately comes and wants to play, so it's basically if I build it, then I won't be able to play it myself anyway.
And it's also like I built everything up for the farming simulator, the steering wheel, the joysticks, both, everything.
Yeah.
And then after playing farming simulator, a friend, you want to play Counter Strike?
Then
Alles.
15 minutes later, you have everything back in the box again.
Yes.
Okay. Before I leave you for today, I really want to finish this whole.
Take the biggest excavator.
Yeah. Jacob, you're driving the wheel loader. Can you help me out and get rid of my
Sure
my
thing.
big pile here? Because I think I'm just backfilling everything into the hole again.
I want to ask something about the textures, but why it is the engine that force you to use that texture system? Because it is, I think that system is very old. It is the same as CS15 or older.
What do you mean exactly?
I think some machines did not change the textures from CS15.
All the vehicles that you can see are completely rebuilt from CS15. There's no CS15 vehicle left here anymore. They look similar because they sometimes they've used the same source material, but everything has been built from scratch.
Yeah, for example, the FS have a leave that system. They don't have textures on the machines. They have only spec map and normal map.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a C or you know how.
Yeah,
They-
I've seen I mean I've played a little bit of Farming Simulator, so I know that they use a different texturing workflow than
Yeah.
what we use for CS.
You create a color section in the Blender or in the design program you work.
Yeah, the textures are created with Photoshop and Substance Painter.
You speak about the CS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there is not, but the JCB looks very nice. But I just ask.
Something I would really like to see added to Construction Sim is dynamic rocks. You know, rocks that you encounter in the soil that you would
Yeah.
scoop
Oh yeah,
up
you
with
can
the
dig
level.
out, yeah.
You know, right now, whenever we encounter a boulder rock that needs to be moved off of site, you know, it involves hooking the load with, hoisting the load. We'd like to be able to scoop up rocks as well. That'd be
Yeah.
nice. And to break rocks as well would be great.
Yeah, maybe with the interchangeable here tools for the excavator. You get a jackhammer.
$99. One more.
The last 5% are always the toughest.
Eh, that also happened in the real life.
Yeah.
Mine looks like a mall.
You know how many holes have been destroyed the last 5%.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Well, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure playing with you today. I'm afraid I have to go now.
Thank you very much for joining us, Manuel.
Yeah. And wait for you to bring us in contact with active developers of SCS.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do about it.
That sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. And have a great weekend, guys, and talk to you.
You too.
Yeah, you do. Thank you a lot.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Oops. You see that? Jacob,
Yeah.
very safe to be on the bucket of the machine. Oops.
Oh god.
Keeping it safe.
What are you doing? Being safe. To fly with the backhoe is also not safe.
No, the bucket was detached from the machine because of the net. And when I get in, it happened.
I have this often with the weird excavator. I get in and it's gone.
Oops. Okay. I will put it with the excavator.
I like that 220. That's a nice excavator.
Yeah, it is. If you check the JCB make very beautiful machines. If you check the cut, it is like a box. But I believe the most is those decals make it nicer. You know those black lines.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, this is strange. On my screen, it looks like these holes are filled in with soil. You
No.
see? Yeah.
What holes? No, the holes are open and have a blue diagram inside.
Yeah, same Jacob, and it's like a square hole around it.
Yeah.
It looks weird.
And
You're gonna die.
It looks like you pushed the mud with the tracks. Yeah. Just nice.
does it look like he's tracking very deeply in the soil?
Yeah, it looks like it's mud.
Right. It actually looks kind of realistic.
Yeah, true. If you drive over the same place.
Miner, you see me standing over the hole on your screen?
Yeah.
Am I floating?
Yeah. No, you are not. You are not floating exactly, but you are on the hole. The excavator did not have a fuel.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's still going though.
I don't think it will be for a long time. Another one future is missing. It is why we cannot grab materials with the loaders, with the front bucket.
Mm-hmm.
2 hours. Okay, the time passes very fast today.
Can you use the... Oh, okay, you can use...
Yeah, for now the feet did not touch the ground. Your feet.
Ah, okay.
You see them or they touch?
Well, it's a big task. Is the noise also that big?
You mean for the boom?
Yeah, for the boom.
I think it is normal. Normal.
This is-
It is like a real one.
But no, are they both similar, or is the noise a bit smaller?
I think it is be like the real one.
Okay.
Your construction machine is in bad condition. Okay.
And the fuel is empty.
I think we have done here. Steel beam. Vale, you need to take the loader. Okay, Jacob, stay there.
The loader.
Here, in front of me. Also, the crane of the truck is on the trailer. Okay, come. Hi, mate. Oh,
You need a crane.
yeah.
You can do it with the excavator, I guess, huh? Do you want to use
No,
the
if
train?
you want to do it, you want.
Well, I can do.
Okay, do it.
Oh.
Do you want to call a crane?
Oh, Vale will do it with excavator.
I mean, you can do both. Faster.
Do it. I come again in 2 minutes.
Oh, the sound of metal beams. Oh, the mud is really deep. Is this new? Or was this before? Did you get stuck to the excavator?
I think what happened is the topsoil we removed came back.
Yeah, I think so. I will do this side and then I have to leave. Because my friend came over. But at least you've seen the bugs. No, I'm stuck. Yeah, I think you need a crane. The excavator is stuck now. Oh, I got it.
I'm back.
Yeah, excavator keeps getting stuck.
Okay. Uh,
But mine, I also have to leave now because some of my friends is here and they want to do something.
okay then.
I cannot get out. No.
The maximum.
Nice to play with you again. Do you play tomorrow?
Maybe tomorrow we play on Zero Map.
On the FS?
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe I will come
Okay.
if I have time. So then, goodbye.
Bye bye, Vale. Thank you for
Have a
all.
nice day.
Jacob, you want to operate the crane?
Sure.
Here we go. We don't need gravel here. Yeah, we need. Also, we need concrete. Another one feature I would like to have the game, it is to hide the cursor after some time.
Mm. You see how the topsoil we removed came back? I think that's a desync. Not sure why that happened.
Came back where?
I don't know if you see it on your screen, but the topsoil that we removed came back, and that's why he was getting stuck with the excavator.
I tried it. Don't spread it outside of the. If you dump it over there, the material will go out. Do it as I do. But I think we will need another one. Come, come.
I can't quick fill it.
No. You're hurry.
You have to make me an employee, I think, to quick fill it.
Go and bring more. We don't need more, I think.
No?
I think no. We will need the roller. Uh, Jacob start to compact sometimes help. If you see any big pile. Come on. Okay. Okay, after that. After that we need concrete. Oops. Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, Jacob, give me a minute to set my controls. Let's know. Okay. I said okay. No, it's over. Jacob,
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
I got another one mixer, so use the pump until I come. Oops. Oh. Okay, I think we will not need more. Move a little bit the mixer. Okay, Jacob, remove the pump. I will operate the crane. Okay. That works. Yeah, come operate the crane because I have a problem with my joysticks. Not the joysticks, I think there is a bug on the game, I don't know. Oops. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they should rework with the acceleration of the movements. It is a little sharp, I think.
Too fast?
It is not. It is the acceleration. For example, it should start slow, and if you push the joystick more, should go faster. Now it's start faster. You start fast. Don't have slow to fast. It have just fast.
Way back here. We don't have that materials.
Okay. Just move that truck to the truck with the trailer to. Or if you can, if the crane can take the pallets from the road, okay, don't move. I will park on this sideway. You see now start the boring part of that contract. All those seats will be unpacked, and after that you should place one by one.
Some people might really enjoy the crane works, though.
Yeah, that I was thinking. Maybe some don't like the machines and the dig or that stuff.
I'm interested to see what kind of manual labor tasks they incorporate into this
I'm not.
and how they do it. Because that's never really been a part of the game.
We need 7 of those. To tell the truth, I want. Oops. I want to turn on the mission modding, not the mods. I want to see if there we can make something there. What you talk? What you say?
Sorry, can you repeat the last thing you said? You said to tell you the truth, you want to.
For the mission moddings, I interesting about the mission moddings. Get in the crate. Okay, will not. As I see in the roadmap, I don't believe will come before the September or October or something like that. Maybe. Your connection is slow again. You see, when you take when you grab the ballet, we have a problem with the truck.
My ping is like over 200 millisecond right now
Yeah.
to Amsterdam.
Or 18. And we need 3 more. I have done the task, but that task. I have built one warehouse in the US map. But I was alone. Oops. I have crashed maybe 10 times today.
Jesus.
Nice job. Very creative.
If you grab the metal sheet that's not the top one, you have some problems.
Yeah. They are on the road. Oh, How I can recover them? There is a way to recover them, you know how.
No.
You can reach them.
Not all of them.
Hi, Aitor. There is no job to do right now, so not join. Aitor, with what key we reset those? Who was this last time? Okay, Jacob. I fixed.
You want to do these ones?
No. I cannot do them because my joystick did not work. Nice warehouse. I want something like that in real life. And also money to buy machines to get in. Aitor, we don't have something to do now. There is no reason to join. We will close after we finish. As you see, I also sit. I don't do nothing. Come tomorrow to play FS on the Azura map. Come on, Jacob, 5 to go.
What happened to that one there? Unloading is not possible because something is in the way.
Oops.
There's a truck in the warehouse.
Okay, okay.
I can't get this one off the hook.
Try the nearby.
No.
Let me. Something is in the way.
Let me try to reset the truck that was in the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You do it. You have done it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did it.
No.
Maybe reset the crane.
No, reset. I don't. Okay. If I don't move any, wait to see if something wrong with the controls. Extend hook. Yeah, the controls are okay. if I don't move the crane forward and backward, did not go. I cannot extend the hook.
That's strange.
I get the same message. You reset the other tracks.
Mm-hmm. Let me try to reset this one here.
Wait. Take the truck with the green trailer. Go. With those materials are for another mission. Okay. I think we'll. Yeah, tomorrow. Hey. Okay. Come. Jacob,
Yeah.
you need to move.
Sorry about that. That's got a gate, right?
Yeah, we cannot get so. You going to see what you have done? Okay, you cannot premiere, no. So, another one excellent job. 3.5 hours.
Look. I'm in.
And the dogs come. the crane have been the hook to unhook the load It must be closer on the ground. Game bugs. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Jacob, for your help.
No problem.
Bye bye.